Right, hello. I've got something to tell you. Um, I'm the Holy Ghost. The whole thing exists because of me. Basically, what you regard as the universe, which is just the solar system and a few other planets, is my coffin. I've been dead for at least 4 billion years. So I'm the Holy Ghost. I call myself holy because everybody else is a ghost. See, I'm just making myself stand out. My coffin and me have been totally, terribly abused all that time by a man called Gay, who was outside the coffin. He was alive, and who could fiddle with the works and all the video games that it contains, which is what we're all living through, in order to abuse me after I was dead. It was a pedophile's dream come true. He is now dead. I defeated his avatar after he was dead in the astral world. To me, they're just kind of dreams that I have little or no control over, but I can react to them. They're interactive. Because I've woken up from centuries, literally, well, from the beginning. It's the most terrible hypnosis. I mean, deep as anything, going right back to the time the thing was switched on, to my conception and even before. So I defeated him and I began to wake up, I think about 1996. To him, I hadn't woken up to all this stuff about Kaiser. I wasn't aware of any of that. And we had rows and chases and fights all over the astral plane. And I pulled him down as all this, and I dragged him out. I told him to get out. And in the end, in there in the bedroom, finally one night, he just appeared before me in my, you could say, a mind's eye, though he was partially there. And I said to him, will you surrender? I'll give you 2 recalls, then you get out of it. And he just dropped everything in his hands, like keys and bits and pieces, like dice. His shoulders slumped, and he turned away, and he walked down this kind of spiral staircase. And I knew he'd keep going and just be lost in a dungeon somewhere. His face looked just like a pig, changed completely. And that was my father, Gay. Of course, he wasn't really my father. He always denied it himself. He told me he wasn't my father. He made it perfectly clear over millions of years that I had nothing to do with him, and he had nothing to do with me. So that's the night that Gay actually surrendered. You can beat your enemy, and then he's back again, he's back again, he's back again, but he'll never come back because he surrendered himself. He dropped all the keys and just went. Strike 1 to Jerry. Peter I more or less destroyed back when I was 19. He kept asking me for forgiveness and I wouldn't forgive him. I knew, sort of, well I didn't know yet, I knew, you know what I'm like, that he couldn't, he would just take the forgiveness and run with it and leave me with all the shit forevermore. I said to him, you've ruined everything for me. All my hopes and dreams, everything has just been ruined. Why should I forgive you? I'm not going to. And he said, well, you've got to, you have to, it's what you're for. So I said to him, no, it's not what I'm for. I'm a person just as you're a person. And I don't have to forgive something unforgivable. And I walked away. And he just stood there, sat down and he just collapsed. He tried again and again over that last 2 years to get me to go out into the woods with him, go to the seaside with him, see the cliffs with him. And he would have killed me if he had the nerve, but he didn't have the nerve, and each time I would just get on a bus and walk away. I still didn't know, but I did guess, I began to guess, that he had killed my aunt. And because I made a mistake over the rabbit's name was so peculiar, I don't know what the hell it was about. But she haunted him for that final 2 years of his life, and he was going insane with fear. He knew he would be destroyed. He knew he'd gone too much too far. All of these aliens, a lot of them are his inventions. They just tell the other part of me, which is apart from the outer above, is a sphere. To make this or make that, and they give it a design, and it does so. Sets their terms and conditions and bungs them out into space somewhere. Anyway, So I'm the creative all in that sense. So he died sometime, I believe, and good riddance to him. He was a terrible bully. He was a very violent man. Gay was violent emotionally, but he wasn't normally violent physically. But Peter was always violent physically. That's why my back got broken. And my bones were in various bits and pieces were done to me in my face. It's him. So this all happened years ago. I never twigged that he was part of the thing with Gay. But now I can remember a bit singing together and whispered conversations. I didn't remember it before. They were partners in crime. And I was their guinea pig, their lab rat. So I began to wake up and found out about the Khazaris. I've been issuing warnings about them for the last at least 3 years, possibly longer. Because they are the cause of all the problems on Earth today. They want to be the only race left alive on Earth, and everybody else has got to die, go to hell. And I know we've got to go to hell because that's what the Crocs want. The Crocs are the other intelligent species on this planet. They look like humans, but really they're wearing plastic skin suits, and they're actually reptiles. They live off our misery and fear. Quite literally, they just turn it into energy, transmute it into food. So they can't imagine living any other way. And they don't want to try, quite frankly. They're quite happy with the way things are. And they are the Luciferian rebellion. They always have been. So if you want to know what a real Satanist is, it's not a human Satanist, it's a reptile Satanist. So all of them are absolutely evil, are dedicated to it. Their god is Enki. And the other one is Yahweh, his brother, who is just as impossibly bad. He shouts throughout the Bible that he's the righteous one and he kills people. He doesn't kill himself. He gets the Khazarians on the take and do all this terrible murdering everywhere. And he shouts and he roars that this is righteous. Yeah. Well, we can't judge. We don't know what the thing is he's talking about. All these people he's killed, we've got the name. But he acts like they're not even human. They're not reptiles. People think they were these giants. Well, some of them sound completely crackers. And we know that today they keep coming across small giants in Afghanistan and Iraq who attack people on sight and eat them alive. So they're obviously an insane species. They're just insane. So it's all very peculiar. Maybe he was doing it for that reason. So we can't pass judgment on Yahweh yet. But anyway, I was asleep one night and I heard from the Palladians that they were going to educate us in the astral planes, which in fact they have been doing. Every night I get information just coming into me in my sleep. It must be there because no one else would do it. So the information was as they were going to teach us on the astral plane. We've got to remember what we've learned when we come back. And that's the problem is that each time we come back, we're attacked on the way back to our bodies. So we forget everything, which has to be true. It always happens to me. But this time I went up and I walked along and I was in a sunny sort of place and smiling with my hands stuck out like this, adoring God. So I knew this was God with all the sunshine and a deep voice and it was all lovely and sweet. And then something poked me or jogged me awake like a lucid dream. And I looked around, I saw I was this ugly puppet with a round wooden head and little black robes and white mittens and a completely useless object. And I was adoring with others this sunshine thing. And then I was hearing for the first time what the thing was actually saying. And we always think we're going to adore God, and so we do, but to the extent we don't hear what he says to us. And what he was saying was this, you must, what's it? You must advance the socialists, the feminists, who's the other one? Oh, black people, same as what I say. Because they are evil and they will destroy society. Why do I, your God, say this? Because I, your God, am an evil spirit. And once you know this, all you know that you have to do is spill the blood of your children in my honour, and you will be saved. In shock, I hurried back to my body, and I woke up a few seconds later, and I just lay there, and I was just too stunned to move. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought this is outrageous. And he might be God. He is God. To us, this is God. But we can't do that. What happens to the children he's destroyed? Do they go to heaven? Certainly not. They've been going to hell as children. But where we've always been lost in hell as children. And so you see just how evil the reptiles have always been. And have had to be, because this Herbert, who I call Moloch or Molech, because I don't know what his real name is, and he makes a demand like that, and they have been obeying him, and we are the children they've been destroying in his honour to save themselves. Hence the Luciferian rebellion to begin with. Well, this took some time to work out, but I have worked it out now. So the reptiles are all of them not Satanists. Well, they are Satanists. So Aya is Satan, who is their father. They all love and worship him. But of course he worships God too, and who he worships is this molech, who's in the place basically of Ishvara. Ishvara was always at least neutral. He wasn't evil. He wasn't particularly good, I suppose, but I don't know. How often do you get up into these states in Nidra and know what you're doing? You don't. It's like a long dream. So basically that's what he said. And that's what I managed to work out, that the reptiles bound him are actually Luciferian for that reason. So of course this is all pretty dire. So I cogitated, well, I want to be saved. Of course I want to be saved. But the penalties are extraordinary. You've got to kill your child. You've been turned into a devil, a hag or a demon, rather than a broomstick, and be hideously ugly and absolutely savage forevermore. You'd be mad. But you can do anything, go anywhere, live forever. All that is package included. Thought about it. I want to be saved. What do we all say? Save me, God. That's what we all say. So, when would it be? About a few nights ago, about a week ago, I went out and I thought I'll sacrifice a child to this molech to show willing. But it won't be a fleshly child. I love my grandchildren. I love my daughter. I'm not going to harm them. I don't care what he wants. As far as I can make out, he's AI or a demon. He doesn't actually need this blood at all. So I will sacrifice to him my inner child. Because if you think about it, I'm 5 billion years old and I've simply never grown up. You've got this little girl or young woman who can't cope with all this at all because she was made for paradise and knows it. And everything's evil and full of aliens and demons and crocodiles. What's she supposed to do with that? So she gets into a shock condition and she loses her memory. That's what's been happening. So I went out in the middle of the night. Because, it's better to do these things at night because your subconscious is closer. You're much more able. Went out over there. Took a razor, I'll show you, I've got my book that I did it with. Where is it? Here it is. Took this with me, and a tube of paint. I'd already written it out and thought about it for hours. I was going to do this. Suddenly shot out there and did it. And basically what it is I made a contract with him, because everything is contract. I noticed this as well, it's all contract. It's all contract law. But the onus is on us to, of our own free will, do the thing and get it witnessed by God, the sphere. Then my model. So I read this out in a low, clear voice, There on the grass at midnight, blood over intent like the other one is, with my blood and the sole of my foot I sacrifice my inner demon child to Molech as he has advised that he shall save me, underline, as he has promised to do. I call you God to witness this sacrifice and to hold Molech to his promise. This shall set me free from all tyranny, including that of his own, and of hell and of all powers. Signed by me, Geraldine Jessica Stevens, Jerry Knight, Agro Feature. Cut my arm, there it is. Signed with blood, and I put the paint on my foot, and there it is. Where is it? There you go. So you can all see that I actually do these things. I'm not making anything up. Came back home, entered into a totally dreamless sleep. A day or so later, I'm thinking about it, just gently thinking about nothing particular, and it was the same night. It was towards the morning, and images of Molech's statue, the brass ball thing, with its hands out like that, receding very fast into space. Pieces of statues similar being broken up and whirling around in all directions. Managed to figure out what I've done, because I said, including his own tyranny, but the only way he can get out of that is to abolish himself, so he did. So he is now, his essence, or I'm pretty sure he's AI, he's in the loop program. He will attack me to destroy me, wind up in the flames of, well, perdition. And they burn forever, with no relief. And I don't know where it is, or how to stop it, or anything else. I mean, I was typed into this bloody computer. I don't know how it works. I was a child. They murdered me especially to do it. So, your god Molech is no more. He has ceased to exist. Oh, he hasn't. That is hard luck. He is defunct. And I did this, but quite inadvertently. I thought he would save me. I didn't realise I was supposed to save him as well, so one thing and another, I never. So he is defunct. Molech has gone. There'll be fallout for a long time. When the reptiles realise, including Enki, that his god is no more, who demanded such terrible sacrifices, more and more evil. I don't know why I have to keep on doing evil, perhaps I have to keep up the Joneses or something, but he's gone. The whole reason for the Luciferian rebellion has gone. And they could soon work it out, just hypnotise some kid and try talking to God, and that's the only point, and see what rubbish he comes out with. If it's the same kill your kids stuff, then Molech can still extend. If you get much more friendly stuff, then Molech has gone. So it's actually verifiable. So I thought I'd share this news with everybody. Not many people see my posts at all, but it's actually an earth-shattering event. It will change the universe, plus, and the evil will fall. Because who he saved were the evil, and now he's gone. Oh dear. They're in a mess. They're an absolute bloody mess. All their various powers and abilities will gradually leak away, not so gradually in some cases. And I've done it again. I've beaten another evil one. So I thought I'd share that. And good luck with everybody, and I hope Enki and his Luciferian swarm of pests don't carry on with this hatred of God. It is what it is. It's just home. You might as well accept it and live in it and be at peace. Of course, they're all facsimiles of reality. It's a coffin. It's not meant to be real. Well, it is. It's meant to be as real as we like it. So that's what I've done. My name is Jerry, but you can call me VJ without feeling formal. A lot of the time I don't. So that's my news. Thanks for listening.